Hey guys, how many times has someone said something like this to you? You don't believe in God? You're going to hell! How dare you use God's name in vain? Don't you know that's a swear? You don't go to church? Ooh, you're gonna burn. You've never read the Bible? Don't you know that everything in there actually happened before? What do you mean you don't understand this proverb? Are you questioning the existence of God? If you've heard such things as these before, then you'll understand my frustration with certain people of a somewhat pushy religious nature who kind of tend to accost you when you're at the store trying to buy something, and here they are telling you that you should walk with Jesus Christ and that it's the only way to live your life, and if you don't, that you're gonna go to hell and all this stuff. I'm pretty sure everyone's been there, you know, and it's really annoying, especially when it seems like they're the one that's attacking your beliefs, or lack thereof, I guess. Like this one time when I went to the thrift store, the guy working the cash register first asked me if I read the Bible before, and I said no. And then he was asking me if I was Christian, and I said no. And he was asking me all these questions, and basically told me that because I didn't follow his religion, that I was going to burn. And I just didn't think that was right. Let me just say that I have nothing against religious people at all, except for when they're trying to press their beliefs on you, or they're trying to tell you that your belief system is wrong just because you don't believe what they believe. And that's exactly what happened in this case at the thrift shop. The guy behind the cash register was being really pushy and basically told me that because I wasn't Christian, that my way of life wasn't correct and that I needed to walk with Christ. Also, this guy was just crazy because he told me that he found God one night when he was overdosing on coke in his car, and God appeared to him. And after that, he told me that one time when he was smuggling coke across the Mexican border, that there were drug dogs. So he prayed to Jesus that the drug dogs wouldn't smell the coke, and they got across the border safely, so therefore Jesus saved him. What? So I left pretty angrily. I didn't tell him off or anything. I was really polite because I'm not a mean person. But it got me thinking, what would happen if I actually did tell him off? So because this guy was so obviously psychotic, I decided to go home and write a script about him. And it is actually my upcoming thesis film entitled CROSS THRIFT. Basically, my film opens with the interaction that the thrift store employee and I had that day, except in this case, the main character, whose name is Tucker, tells off the employee, whose name is Matthew, and he's pretty mean about it just because he's so frustrated with being accosted by religious people his whole life. So he yells at Matthew and then leaves the store angrily, and he feels pretty guilty about it. So him and his roommate go back the next day to apologize, and they find out that Matthew has killed himself. So the rest of the film is Tucker trying to cope with the guilt of accidentally driving someone to suicide. And by trying to cope with his guilt, he's thrown into a really bizarre trajectory of events with really strange characters and way over the top situations. This film is a dark comedy, and it's gonna have a whole 90s grunge look to it. So to achieve that, we're gonna need a lot of money for production design, costuming, locations, permits to get these locations, a camera equipment, lighting equipment, truck rentals, a makeup person, the actors. We'll need money to submit this film into festivals, and we'll also need money for food because we're feeding a whole crew of 20 to 30 people for a 6-day shoot. So as you can see, we need money for a lot of things for this film, and the school gives us some money and we have a little bit of our own, but it's simply not enough to get this film made. My crew and I would really appreciate as much money as you guys could give, because we just really want this film to be the best it could be. I would really like my vision to be completely realized so that everyone who watches this film could possibly relate to it and take something away from it, whether you're religious or not religious. So thank you guys for watching. If you can donate any amount of money, whether it's $1 or $5, seriously, anything helps. Or if you know somebody that could possibly donate or is interested in funding a film, send the link to this page to them or share this on Facebook. Any of these things would be greatly appreciated by my crew and I. This is going to be a really exciting project. Crystal Castles already gave me full legal authorization to use their music for my film, so that's really exciting. And I just have a really amazing crew with a bunch of really awesome ideas that I'm really excited to see. So thanks again for watching, guys. If you think that this film interests you, then stay tuned for Cross Thrift coming this May 2013. See you later.